again, you think by now I know better. Locked in my head, romanticizing forever. Last love I found, knees met the ground and all my roses died. Swore I was through, but looking at you, I think I changed my mind. Yeah, let's fall in love for the fun of it. Diving at first into all of it. Oh, what a rush looking into your eyes. Playing it off like it's different this time. Let's break our own hearts for the fun of it. One look and I'm dying to run the risk. I'll live in your head for the rest of your life. Oh, won't you be my hopeless Valentine? My God, don't we look good together? I should be running away, but so what, whatever. Oh, last love I found, knees met the ground and all my roses died. Swore I was through, but looking at you, I think I changed my mind. Yeah, let's fall in love for the fun of it. Diving at first into all of it. Oh, what a rush looking into your eyes. Playing it off like it's different this time. Let's break our own hearts for the fun of it. One look and I'm dying to run the risk. I'll live in your head for the rest of your life. Oh, won't you be my hopeless Valentine? Oh, won't you be my hopeless Valentine? Oh, won't you be my
Hello everyone, it's Cathy Zilski. Welcome back to my channel and my weekly live stream. Cathy, that's me, makes a card. See, I remembered my opening. I was trying to click on more things and they wouldn't pop up, and you know, it's a thing. Hello everyone, I hope you're having a great Wednesday. I'm having a great Wednesday and I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to start with a little personal story here, if that's okay. My son got a new job and he's not here during the day. So you know what that means? I'm the only one on the internet. Wait, I'm the only one on the internet. And that means my bandwidth is just for me. And let me tell you that, it makes a difference. It makes a difference. So hopefully we have no bandwidth problems. Also, a couple weeks ago, I was testing out a different frame rate for filming. You don't need to know the details, but it didn't work well with my Comcast. I do what I have. It's the best that I have, and that's what we're going to go with. So there you go. That's that. Now today I have a card. It is going to be relatively simple, but I wanted to talk a little bit today about color because I did a design video this past, what day? Saturday. It was Saturday. And for me, the views that it has had and the response from many of you has been better than anything I've posted to YouTube in a long time. So that's always encouraging. I don't know if you know this about content creators, but we're always chasing that algorithm in the name of growth because that's how you can make a living on YouTube. And that video is really resonating, even though those aren't the best cards you've ever seen in your life. The concepts are solid, and I have design knowledge in here, and I just thought, well, yeah. Oh, Diane wants to know, does that mean I have Franklin all day? Yes, personal story. Frankie's here all week. My daughter has a work trip, and I got him. He was so annoying this morning. Such a pest. 4 a.m. would not get off my treadmill. Sounds weird. It's true. He's like on there scratching at the treadmill. I'm like, Franklin. All right. Anyway, so let's get into it. Also, I don't know how long I can have this hair down. I thought, it's so frizzy and it's straightened. It's hard to explain. All right, let's go to the table. But I do want to say one thing. You might think of me as someone who loves color or not loves color. I don't know what you think of me, and that's fine. It's fine. But I just want to remind you, and yes, I did find this, and it is now programmed into my live stream. I was goth for about 6 months in the mid-'80s. Here I am. Oh, Cathy, cigarette in the right hand. My friend Tristan, not his real name. It was Steve. I actually tried to find him last week on Facebook. I thought, I wonder if Tristan is still out there. You know, that goth girl, she grew up to be someone who liked color, but at the end of the day, she still wears black. But I don't smoke. Okay, anyway, let's go to the table. Oh, I love that picture. I love that picture. And the fact that I have that picture, I may have told this story before, but some photographer was on the monorail stand in Seattle, and my friend Tristan and I were just walking downtown, probably going to have some coffee, looking all goth, and he took that picture, and I didn't know about it until about a year later, right before I moved out of Seattle. My roommate at that time, her parents said, I think there's a picture of Cathy at the Bellevue Art Fair. It was me. That was me. So I bought the picture from him, and well, that's the end. Okay. Oh, here's a quick question. I've actually, where do I get these pins for the Gina bottles? Actually, there is a woman who does pins, but I keep bending them horribly. And so I just bought a pack of corsage pins. They don't stain or rust. And I'll be sure to link those. Anyway, hello to Beth and Emma, my moderators. Thank you so much for being here today. And let's begin and stop the stories. I just had some stories. You know, I don't get out much. That is literally true. Okay, Vicki West, I'm changing my glasses just so you know. Now, let's begin. Okay, so we're going to talk about color today. I have a color wheel. It actually comes in a 2-pack. And if you don't have a color wheel, it's a great tool to have. I don't even think you have to know that much about color theory to use it, because it's got this great little thing here where it can tell you if you do this color, and this color, you'll have something known as X. If you do this color, this color, this color, you'll have something known as X. That's all well and good, but I am going to just talk about complementary colors today. Now, when you think about complementary colors, we look at the color wheel and we have the basics. It is colors that sit, or it is two colors that sit diametrically opposed exactly across from one another on the color wheel. Doesn't matter. You just rotate that little bar around and whatever lines up, lines up. Think Christmas colors, right? Red and green. That's a classic. Think, well, that's all I can think of right now, but red and green are classic complementary colors. Here's the thing about them. Number one, they will always work together. It's the way our light reads the prism of color. They give each other the perfect amount of contrast. They actually bring out the best brightness in each other. They're really good together. They're a good pair, and they're very easy to use. So, color wheel, is it linked in my description in my supply list? I just saw a funny question. Ginny, yes, we are. No, I don't know that for a fact, but I will tell you this. I am, and it doesn't mean that I can't be personable and fun, but after my live streams, I usually curl up in a little ball and eat my lunch, and I don't talk to anyone. And now I don't have to, because Frankie doesn't talk. He doesn't talk back. So this is what I'm going to look at today, but here's the thing that's kind of cool about complementary colors. Anytime you set something up, and now I am so hot and sweaty, and that is also what happens when you're an introvert. You get sweaty, and I don't mean to take away from this, but I cannot have this hair on my body. Oh, okay, there we go. Much better. Okay, the thing that's great about doing complementary colors is the idea of tint or shade. All right, a tint is when you add white to something, and a shade is when you add black. So if you take pink, like this color, and you add more white to it, it's going to get lighter. If you add black to it, it's going to get darker. So when you are looking at that color wheel, and I've decided today I'm going to do pink and green, okay? To go back, this is not exact across the wheel, right? I'm looking at a hot magenta, and I'm looking at a deep forest green. But those are pink and green, so I picked my own version of pink and green. This is my pink, these two, and this is my green. So I'm going to make a really simple background panel today, and we'll look at how it comes together. It's pretty basic. So I have just a few colors here from Altenew, and I have this Funky Hearts stencil set. I've seen a lot of cards done this way, and I think it's really cool. And then I have an old stamp set from my collection called Sassy Friends. I love this. I have not done enough with it, and therefore I went into my closet today and said, I want this. All right. Now, one of the things that's cool about this Funky Hearts is a lot of times when you get a stamp set or stencil set from make companies, they all give you some ideas, and Simon Says Stamp always gives ideas. And so I looked at this and I thought, okay, if I were going to do complementary colors, what would I want to do? Of course, the first thing that comes to my mind is pink, but whatever color floats your boat, you can do that. So today, I'm going to be ink blending on, let's get you out of the way now that I've shown my Goth picture for the day. I always forget this comes off. I love having that photo because I've told you this. My mom didn't take pictures of me because she thought I looked so hideous. And let me just tell you, if your kids want to do something with their appearance, just let them, or they're gonna not want to come home for Christmas. I speak from experience. Okay. Right glasses. I'm not, I don't know everything. I know some things. I speak from experience. I mean, one time I came home and my mom put a kerchief on my hair because my Nana was visiting. She put a silk kerchief on my hair before my Nana saw me. I'll tell ya, those are the days. Okay. Now, I am taping this in place. The reason why is because the stencil's not going to stick down, and I don't want this to slip all over. So we're just going to use our corner to its best ability, which is something I really like about the stamp wheel. I like that I can work very free and have all this room, but if I'm doing something like this, I don't want the stencil to slip. Okay. It's just hair. That's the other thing too. When I think back to that time, I'm like, it's just hair. It grows. I don't know why people are so bent out of shape about this. Mom. Okay. She doesn't watch my live streams, so. Okay. All right. Let's get some color down. Also, I have my round ink stand, which I've had this for a while. And I really love it. I see a question about stamp wheel or Misty. Okay, here's the thing, Kari. I like the stamp wheel for this kind of stuff. I like the stamp wheel for creating and ink blending and messing around. I think it's really cool. I was late to the stamp wheel game, and I'll blend while I talk. I'm adding rose quartz first. And I didn't do much with the original one, but and Altenew sent me this. They sent me the stamp wheel and they sent me the original one, but I just didn't do much until I got this one. And the more I used it, and the more I saw other makers creating with it, I thought, oh, you can do that with it. You can use it for stenciling, and it just has more room than my Misty. That's it. You know what I mean? All right, but I am holding my stencil in place because this does have some delicate areas, and I really don't want to go underneath. You know how you're doing that? Yeah. Oh, I wish I could do more of the conversation. That's why I like to do premiere videos where I can be in the chat with you, because when I'm working, I miss so much of what I'm doing. But it's like hair, it's hair. Gosh. My daughter, I have a story about Aiden. And when she was 11, 10, she was growing her hair out and she had this beautiful long hair. And she went to the salon with Dan and came back, and she had decided to get bangs. And I was shocked that she cut all the long hair off. And the look on my face said what I was thinking, like, wow, you cut your bangs, and not in a good way. We still talk about that to this day. I apologized to her for that reaction. She's like, Mom, I was 11. I said, doesn't matter. That was the wrong reaction as your parent. So now it's like, whatever. If she gets her bangs cut off, you know what? She looks great. There you go. I don't want to say I have issues over this, but yeah, do you feel seen and accepted for who you are? I didn't, because of my hair. So I think I've told you guys about the time I was at the Everett Mall and I was home and I was Goth and I was in Payless. There was like a store, a Payless or drugstore, and I had to go in to get something, probably black eyeliner. And I was on the aisle, and this woman turned and came on the aisle and saw me, and she kind of took her little daughter and led her away. And I wanted to yell, I'm in college right now. I'm not evil. I wasn't evil. I was in college, but hey, I was goth. So what are you going to do? And then I went home and I journaled about appearances. So there you go. Okay, I think this looks good. I'm just kind of like, doing what I'm doing. Although it looks like I have a line in there, but did I just spit on this thing? I swear I did. It's fine. Because here's what we're doing. We're looking at the complementary colors. Gosh, I get really sidetracked. Okay, so I'm going to lift this up. Okay, come on now. Come on. It kind of has like a race stripe feel to me, doesn't it? It's kind of funky, kind of race stripe. Let's give some love to the Everett Mall. Oh, it's still there, baby. It's still there. That's where I saw Purple Rain. All by myself. When Purple Rain came out, and I walked out of the theater into a blazing sunny day, which was rare for that part of the country, with tears streaming down my face. And that is when I fell in love with Prince. Okay, so we're going to clean this off here with a little alcohol. This is just basic isopropyl, nothing fancy. 70%. And I'm just going to clean this off real quick. Okay, so that's color 1. It does kind of look like a waving flag, doesn't it? All right, you go here. Now we bring in our next layer, and this is where I'm going to use the complementary color. But again, here's the beautiful thing about this. Oh, let's lift that up first. These are basically tints of the base color that I'm looking at in the color wheel, but that doesn't matter, right? You just get your pairing. That's all you do with the color wheel. You can grab your pairing, like look at purple, see what's right across from it. I'm pretty sure it's yellow, and use those as your base, and then pick the tint or shade that feels good to you, because those colors are going to work together. It's funny because I never, ever use these two colors together. I rarely do pink and green unless there is some kind of rainbow happening. But it's a thing. Okay, I'm going to grab another brush. Let me get another one of my Simon brushes. I have some smaller brushes for some of my detail. I think I'll use this guy. All right. Anyway, welcome everyone. I just read Brenda's comment. It's like, don't yell at people's hair. My son has had really long hair, like such rocker hair. And I swear in high school, you can color your hair if you want. They would just look at me like, I'm going to do me. I'm going to do me, Mom. Okay, I gotcha. All right, this color, aloe vera, is gorgeous. This is the first day I've ever used it in my life. I think it's a lovely green. But again, you can keep these colors light and fresh and pretty, and yet they're still going to provide a perfect amount of contrast between them. And I love that, and I don't know why I don't do it more. I think what I do so often is I use analogous colors, which are colors that just follow one another in order on the color wheel or in the rainbow. And you know what I should have done first? Wiped this off a little. That is kind of my go-to. And because that, you can start wherever you want. Like, oh, I love orange. What is before and after orange? There's your colors for your project, But I love that as a way to pick color. And I usually limit my colors because I set limits for my projects. Did you see my video? That video that I mentioned in the beginning, I did pop a link to it if you haven't seen it. I gotta admit, I'm chasing the high of that video because it got good views, and that doesn't happen all the time. We don't always get all the views, and that's okay. It really is. It's okay. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. So we're adding this green. But I'm going to grab another brush because you know what? My shoulder has been hurting lately. but I don't think it's because of ink blending aggressively. I just think it's menopause. Did you know that? That's a thing? Like shoulder pain is a thing? Frozen shoulder? Yeah, it is. And it has nothing to do with like a real physical, well, I guess it is really physical. But anyway, Rachel, that's a really good question. I'm not doing a Wicked theme. That totally just went right past me. This is the colors in Wicked. They're complementary colors. I did not think of that. I was drawn to them. Maybe I've had this subtly in the back of my mind since seeing that movie, which I did watch it a couple weeks ago, and it was so good. I literally had the stupidest smile on my face the whole time. I don't know the story of Wicked. I've never seen the show, like the play. So I went into it with very fresh eyes, and I absolutely loved it. But yeah, these are those colors, and they look good together. Okay, so we're just adding this, and this is what it is. This will all smooth out so beautifully too. I'm not really doing extensive, shading or anything. I'm just adding the color. And if some are a little darker, fine, that's fine. Well, there we go. Fine, good green. Of course, I am going to be trimming this down a little. Because, that's what I do. Oh, Fanny Diaz. That is actually a great question. Yes, I want you all to jot this down. There is a website called Design Seeds, DESIGNSSEEDS, designseeds.com. And there's tons of freebies there, and you don't have to pay. I think all of it's free. It's a great resource, and they're the same kinds of things that you would see on the color cube. And it's a great resource. I had linked it, I think, in one of my videos. Oh, I'm kind of tearing up my tape. I linked it in one of my videos where I was using the color cube as an option that is free. So yeah, that's free. You can go there, you can look at things online, and then you can be like, ooh, I like that one. That's good. I do love getting inspiration for color from existing sources, because otherwise I'm going to stick with the same things that I always use. And I will say this, there's nothing wrong with that. If you have colors that you love and you're just going to go that route all the time, if you're sending a card to someone, even if you're sending cards to the same people, so what? No card is going to be the same as the exact one that you're sending the last time. So you know what? If you have colors that you love, I think when we create with colors we love, we are more inspired. But if you're looking for ideas, that's where you say, all right, I'm going to go in search of. But yeah, Design Seeds is pretty great. And here, okay, here's what we're going to do. I'm only going to do one layer of hearts on this because I think this is kind of cool. I do see some combo about frozen shoulder, but yeah, it's a thing that comes and goes. It's so weird. Now I will tell you this. I'm on the other side of the change, have been for a long time. And most of it's been just fine. It's been fine. It's good. There are some upsides, man. I tell ya. Okay. Here we go. I probably shouldn't be, dispensing menopause advice. I really am just making cards. I know a little about it. But yeah, the shoulder's been really sore lately. Oh, thank you, Beth, for sharing that link. Y'all can see it there. I'll just pop that up so you can see as well. You know what I need? I need coffee. I'm going to take this mug out of the shop, and I'll tell you why. I washed this one by hand, and I swear it looks less colorful than before. I can't, Man, that's good. I love drinking coffee. Okay. Let's bring in our third color, Puffy Heart. Love Puffy Heart. Okay. And I'm going to get I've got this brush. Now, I really like these Ulta New brushes. They are newer to me. And I have a bunch of them now. And when I first started getting them, I ordered stickers, to put on them. But then I realized you're not going to have a brush for every color. That I don't have room for that. Oh, interesting. Kelly Wicker. She says she's had no issues with her mug. Well, I might just faded. But so I don't have one for every brush. I do have one for this. Because Puffy Heart was one of the first, I'm going to slide you up here, was one of the first ink colors that I bought from Altenew. And I'm just going to make pink hearts, okay? Darker over lighter. That's it. Simple, Simon. I would like them to have a little dimension and depth. I'll do my best. But yes, these are really nice brushes. And I just got some more of the micro-sized. And I like those too. I like all the things. You know what I mean? I like all the things too. I'm not immune. Yeah, it looks like I spit on this, but I'm not going to do, well, I have an idea. Okay, see, that was a lot lighter. Let's get in there. There we go. All right, building up. Like that. So yeah, these are wicked colors. I didn't even think of that, but it's true, and that's why they look good together. Maximum contrast. They bring out the best in each other. And yeah, I might have to be looking into the complementary field a little more often. All right, I'm just trying to do it a little darker at the bottom. I'm not going to be using this whole panel. Of course, I'm going to crop it. I'm going to crop it down. And again, I'm holding every time just so that I don't go under. Because I swear I do that a lot. I don't know how many of you do, but sometimes I get too much ink on my brush and it will put a blobby underneath when I release it. And then I'm sad. I don't want to be sad when I'm crafting. I just want to be happy. That's the goal. All right. Well, it's looking pretty good. So we're just working. We're just working. Oh, Shea 10. I use things from everyone. There are definitely companies that I have never worked with their products, and that doesn't mean they don't have great stuff. There's so many companies out there. I do work with companies that I have an affiliate relationship with, so please know that. It's that if you shop with my links, I get a small commission from anything you buy. So that helps. That's the main way I make money on YouTube. And it's different for content creators, but I know most of the people I know, that is how we make a living doing this. Also ad revenue, and that's a small amount. It varies, and it has definitely grown over the years. I don't put ads on my live streams until they're done, because I don't like that interruption, because they'll pop an ad in every 30 minutes. And I don't judge anyone who puts ads in it during the live, but I add them after the fact. Oh, I got a super chat. Hey, thanks, Nina Walker. Thank you. But then I put them in after the fact. And if you have ever caught a replay before I have had a chance to take them out, YouTube will throw in like 20. And I'm like, that is not what I wanted to do. So just a little grace, because what you have to do is when you're done live, you have to go back in and then take out the ads that they auto placed for you. And sometimes I forget to do that. And then I come back and I'm like, oh gosh, people are going to think that it's just one big ad. But no, that's just how it goes. Thank you, Nina. I appreciate that. Donna Rose, how do you know that they are my affiliate links? Well, if I have a link in my description, on my blog, anywhere I link, that is an affiliate link, 99% of the time. There are a few companies that whose products I use I am not an affiliate for. For example, Anna Griffin. I love her die cut machine, and I love that the thing, this thing, I was getting a little like, but I'm not an affiliate for them. But I am an affiliate for most of the brands that I work with. And because of that, they send me things for free. But I still shop with them too. And I try to sneak in behind things Like I got a good Gina order the other day and I slipped it in right under her nose. Because, you know, I want to support these companies too. Oh, what color nails? This is Strawberry Macaron, my favorite pink currently from the Dazzle Dry. And it's actually a week. I did it a week ago, so there's a little grow away from the base of my nail. I know, this stuff is fascinating. Anyway, here we go. We're looking good in the neighborhood. I'm just getting a little more depth in places where I can, but it doesn't have to be perfect. I just wanted it to look a little more interesting. But yes, I will fix the ads after this live is done. But it takes like about 30 minutes for them to process the video. And then all of a sudden there's all these ads in. And if I go make lunch, by the way, here's our reveal. Oh, isn't that cute? Oh, thank you, Susan Stevenson, for the super chat. That was super nice. So if you ever see 10 ads on a video, I just know I'm going to get to them eventually. One ad is fine. I will usually put one ad in my video, but usually I try not to do more than that unless it's a really long video. All right. I think this looks great. Can I say that? I think I can say that. It's so simple, but here's two colors. Again, these are complementary. There's maximum contrast. They work together beautifully, and bada bing, we have a panel. Okay, so I'm going to set this all aside now. Put this on my new, can I tell you how much the desk behind me has changed my life? Now, granted, it's always really super crowded, and but it's like it's back there. Oh, it's so good. Worth every penny. Okay, I am going to pick you up now and try not to disturb the force because I think I'm done with the stamp wheel for today. Oh, it's a good sound. And I think before I put it away completely, I'm going to just give it a little water spritz. Okay, there we go. Just to get some of that ink off. My grippy mat in here is so clean, so please don't think that I am the neatest crafter. I don't do a lot of dark inks, and I don't know. There we go. All right. You're all very kind. Thank you. And yeah, that Manny color, I love it. Love it. So you stamp wheel, by the way, I don't have a camera set up to show you, but I store my stamp wheel sitting up in a cart because it's the only place I have room. And so there you go. Go back there. Okay. Now, let's have some fun with this, but maybe before we do any more, I should get a greeting going. So let's do that. You guys go back in here. I need some cardstock. Well, I have a couple scraps. This might work. Now, this is where I will grab my Misty. Honestly, I think it's just force of habit for me. Like when I'm stamping something small, I do more with the Misty. It's just, you know, it's what I do. Now, I will open this up. And let's get a greeting. The one that I want to do for this card that I really like is a good friend knows your stories, a best friend helped you write them. That is one of my favorite greetings from this set. I don't think I came up with it, but I think I saw something similar to it on doing like doing quotes and searches and things like that. And I thought, yeah, I like this one. I like this whole set, actually. I've never even done a card with the main big greeting. One of the things that happens, oh, I just see a question from Beth. Do I ever make 5x5 cards? No, never. I've done 4x4, 4¼ by 4¼ but never 5-inch square. Never say never. One of the things that happens is when you are releasing and designing products like I do on a schedule, you move on from a product very quickly. And what I've been trying to do lately is come back and get some of these things and make cards with them because I really like them. This is a set that I really loved. I tried to find it last week and I couldn't. Don't know why, but I found it and I'm like, I'm going to use this today. And one of you, if you would like, are going to get this card because all you have to do is leave a comment on my blog today and I will pick a winner. Sometimes it takes me up to a week to remember to do that. I just picked the winners for last week's cards and I posted them and emailed those ladies today. But I will be giving this away. Brushes. Corinne, that's a good question. I think I use, excuse me, my Big Simon brushes the most. I use them a lot. I think they're so well conditioned. These are probably my go-to. And the ones I used second are Altenew. I've switched to being, I love those. But then again, I also use my Gina brushes when I'm working on her projects. They're a little smaller than the Simon ones, and sometimes that's nice to have a little more control. Plus, she shared a great tip that I did all last week, and that was, I need some embossing tools. Hold on. You and you. Nope, not you. Yep, you. She talked about a tip for getting your brushes. You know how they can get a little crunchy sometimes? Take a little of that spray alcohol, put it on a paper towel, spritz a little, and just go to town on that brush. I reconditioned all of my Gina K brushes during her live stream last week, so it was pretty great. Okay, we're going to do our greeting. And here's the thing I like about this set too. These are not, other than the best friends one, these greetings, you have coordinating dies for a number of them, and you can cut them out, and they can be like a small little paragraph on the front of the card, and I think that's fun. And what I was going to tell you is I have a link in the description from the first card that I did when this set came out, and oh my gosh, I feel like it was September 2023. So that's what happens, you get going and then you have to move on to the next product. All right, I'm conditioning this because I don't think I've even stamped with it. This is my second Altenew conditioning eraser. I broke my other one. And there we go. I was thinking, I just saw Dan's name pop up. Dan is not a crafter. And Dan has promised to make another voiceover video if I ever hit the 90,000 mark. But I feel like if I ever hit 100,000 subscribers, I'm going to set him up at the table behind me and set up a camera on him, and we're going to make cards together. That's the plan. It would be so fun, especially if we both have a cocktail. Well, I don't drink cocktails, but he does. I'm going to have a little more powder here. Okay. What are the differences of the brushes? Amanda, there are so many people. Once, I think it was Picket Fence Studios was the first to really capitalize on what were makeup brushes. That style of brush was from the makeup industry, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. But so basically, people are making great quality brushes. It really depends on what feels good in your hand. I love how the Simon brushes feel and the handled brushes. I like these because I hold them with this grip, and that grip feels really good into my hand and my wrist. And I have bad wrists. I have pain in my wrists sometimes. It's just, the nature of being a graphic designer, all the pointing and clicking and dragging and clicking, that takes a toll after 30 years, and been 30 years, more than that actually. But I love this style of brush, but I also think the brushes that look like this, the more, I don't know, they're not pencil-y, but I like this style as well. Also, I just got some new ones from Gina K that I also snuck in an order, and I love them. They're her new small brushes. They're great. They have the flat bristles. I feel like you can try things and see what feels best. Like, don't buy everything. Like, don't buy if you can buy an individual brush and try it first, think about your favorite color. And then use that brush. see what you think, because some things are not going to feel as good in your hand. That's just how it is. So yeah. So they're, I use a bunch of different brushes because I work in this wonderful card making world, and it's a good idea for me to know what I'm talking about most of the time. Not all of the time. You know what I mean. Okay, so I'm going to add some powder, and I'm going with gold because of the pink. I feel like it's going to be a nice, I don't know, just a warm tone. I want a warm tone here. And in terms of sizes, I think starting with a basic handled brush. I mean, like these ones are a good size. Gina K's are a good size. Pick a Fence Studio also makes a basic black handled brush. And just a basic size like that. Here's the thing. When I first started making cards, I've been spitting on things apparently. I had the foam blenders from Ranger. And I remember doing some videos early on. I love my early videos. Everything was so new and fresh, but I could not blend to save my life with those. Just couldn't do it. I would watch Laura Basson. And if you don't watch Laura Basson, you're missing out. She's the greatest person and so fun. And when I watched her videos, I realized, you can be chatty in a video. I love her so much. But like back in the olden days, Laura could blend like butter with those things. I never could. So when the blending brush revolution began, and again, I got the Picket Fence Studio brushes first, it was game-changing for being able to blend smoothly. Also, I will say this, the quality of inks from these small companies, and again, there are companies that I don't use their inks that are also great, like Tailored Expressions and Catherine Pooler and all these other inks that I've never even used. I know they're great inks because these small stamp and die companies are making really good quality inks. That blend and continue to soften out in your cardstock. It's a beautiful thing. All right, let's melt this, and I'm going to point this up and let it heat up and have a sip. As I was melting the powder, I smiled for a second because I thought, I wonder if I have an RBC. And I think you know what that means. I'm not going to say it on my channel because we don't swear on my channel. I thought, I wonder if I look really crabby right now. Like, so I smiled. Okay, I think this is cute. Now, it looks good. It's good to go. And we're going to clean this off. Also, I replaced my, it doesn't look as new as it did last week, but every couple years I replace this. All right. You always got to remember, what is my face doing right now? If you're going to put your face in a circle, you better pay attention. Okay. Now, I think we will cut this out. All right, let's put the stamp back on. Okay. Now, yes, a good friend. I'm probably going to stamp on the inside of this card too, just because I feel like it's a shame to not do it. I know I don't do it very much. I know my friend Amy here, who's in the chat. Amy, you are the queen of inside of cards. Like, you always make your insides look so good. It's really quite impressive. But we are going to get our die. One of the things that I think is really cool, speaking of companies that I love, Waffle Flower Crafts, I love the fact that they put numbers on their index sheets, these for your stamps, and then they put the corresponding number etched into their dies. So you don't have to spend all this time like, I don't know, just looking for your dies. Like, I'm not sure which one is which. I may have to cut some, so let's see. All right, we're getting them all out. I don't have these on a magnet. I will get my snips, and let's see which one is which. All right, they all kind of look the same. You write them, look at the bottom. Is it that? No, 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 no. Maybe I did do this one already. No. Gosh. Oh, and we have a winner. We have a winner. Okay, what's the best I could do? Okay, I must have used this, but I don't know where I might have used it. But there you go. Putting them back in. Putting them back in. And the main reason I don't do much on the inside of a card is because if I'm doing a card, oftentimes I'm just like, you know, I want room to write, and I try to not think to myself, you're doing it wrong. You know what I mean? I just want to do what I'm going to do. That's the best sound effect ever. Okay, so we're going to line this up. Oh, I have to tell you, one of you out there told me, oh, Geraldine wants to know if there might be a, well, you know what? Never say never, Geraldine. That is, I have a meeting. I have a Simon Design planning meeting this Friday. Never say never. It's not a bad idea. One of you told me, Cathy, your mat, if you're not getting good cuts, they said your mat looks a little stretched. Like it might be time to replace your cutting mat for the Empress machine. So I did, because I always keep a backup, and I'll be darned if you weren't correct, whoever you were, because it's cutting beautifully. It's magnetic again. Like over time, they lose that magneticness, I guess. So this makes me really happy. I haven't even had to use tape of late. So we're just going to line it up, place that on, and I think that's off a little. Hold on. Sometimes I got to get right over the top. There we go. You know, you just gotta look down like that. Okay, magnetism. Okay, let's take a look at the die cut cam. Also, guess who's starting to sell these now, or maybe they already did or had been. They're out of stock currently, but Simon Says Stamp is also carrying these now. I did not know that. I've had mine for a while, and I freaking love it. It's just a great turntable because it has the shelf. And yes, I also just ordered some a whole set. I ordered a backup. Well, not a whole set. I ordered a backup magnetic pad. As soon as I get the new one in, I order the backups because there are a lot of things in the card world when you work in the industry that aren't like freebies. Things like, you know, die cut machines, and well, sometimes they are, but not always. I mean, I found a really great deal on this on HSN, my Empress machine. I'm not going to get the new one right now because I don't need to get it. Let's run this through. I like this one. You know, and if this is working good, if it ain't broke. All right, I'm doing 2 layers, so let's get these guys going first. Then we will decide where it's going to go on the card. Now, this is very simple, too. One of the things I love about color is, you know, when you have colors, anytime you decide to do a greeting that has metallics in it, metallics are neutrals. Black is a neutral. Beige is a neutral. Brown really reads neutral to me. And I also put metallics in the same category as a neutral, even though they're kind of fun and they shine. Wait, what am I looking for? Nope, not you. There we go. I have a little piece of grip mat that I cut to size, and I like to glue on this. Anyway, metallic you can throw onto anything, and it's never going to distract from what your color palette is, because, you know, Okay, which way? Is it that way? Yeah, I just wanted this to have a little more something, something. Anyway, I love my Impress machine. I think it's really great. And it reminded me that I've met Anna Griffin. I knew her. I don't know if she remembers me, but I remember her because we used to teach at the same scrapbook shows. And I literally remember her saying to me once, "Oh, you wouldn't like my stuff. It's too floofy for you." I can be floofy. I'm fluffy. So why can't I be floofy? You know what I mean? All right, we're going to glue this down like that and just wiggle it into place. I just wanted this to have a little something, something. Now, let's, Brianne, I was just using your lovely little tool. What? Oh, look how clean it is. I love having a one for every pad. I think I saw Gina had some promo with Brianne last night. I watched Gina's live on replay because I was hanging out with the hubby. Okay, let's get some dyes. All right. Okay, okay. I'm only bringing these out because these are cool. I love this piercing layer, but you know me, normally I'm just going to do like a really simple cut, but actually I wanted to see, and I don't have this linked. I will always update the supplies after the live is over because oftentimes I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to use until I get into the card. Now, here's the thing. Nope, that's not going to work. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, did I get that off a little? You know, Cathy, you had one job. It's a little off. I don't know why this is something that stymies me sometimes. You know, you have that little bit of wiggle room. Well, it's going to have to do. Yeah, it's not quite straight. Okay, I wasn't thinking horizontal card, but now I'm thinking horizontal card. Now, it might seem like a real shame, right, to cut so much of this off. But see, that's the beauty. I say spare the panel. Wait, I don't know what the saying is, but I like the idea that I'm going to crop what I want, and that's that. I know I'm losing a lot of the design. But that's the beauty of cropping, okay? Cropping lets you come on in and say, hey, this is what I want it to look like. You're not the boss of me. That's what I love about it. It makes me feel very powerful. But this is what I want, and maybe I will do a gold matte. I don't know, maybe. Okay, plus the thing that's so cute about these piercing layers is they have that cute little piercing layer. Now that, is there something on well, we're gonna see. All right. Go back through. See, I could use the die cut cam and turn it onto the back table for Dan. If I got a long enough cable, I could show Dan making something with the webcam that I just bought. Oh, hey, Meg. Nice to see you. Okay, I know we cropped a lot of that design off, but that's okay. That's all I wanted. That's all I wanted. And yes, someone just said, use this and turn it into a shaker. I sometimes set things aside for second usage, but often I don't. But that's the beauty. Again, this is where I live extravagantly. I have told you this a million times. I have no shoes. I have no wardrobe. I wear this shirt now every day of my life. It doesn't smell, I promise you that. But let's get some metallic gold though, because I actually think, let's see what it looks like. I need gold. No. Shoot. All right, I'm gonna have to cut some. Okay. I have the matte gold cardstock. I'm going to turn around and cut a piece. So don't mind the back of my head. All right. There I am. Let's put you on the floor. And let's get that other die set and see which one would work. Because I think this will be nice. I mean, yeah, it's, you know, it's what it is. I really just wanted to focus on the colors today. And that is what I have been able to do. Now, if I did that, Boy, that would be a pretty big mat. You see that? Do you see that? Hold on. Every time I say that, it makes me think of that scene in Elf when Buddy burps and then he leans into the kid and he goes, "Did you hear that?" Yeah, I think I heard that. I'm sure these are sized to work. That's better. Okay, I'm going to cut this. Again, thank you for being here today and watching my live stream. Appreciate you all. And I'm not even going to flip the camera on this one. We're just going to do that. Okay. Ah, bonjour, ça va? My French is not good. My daughter and I have been trying to converse with one another in French, and we're just missing the mark. We can't really talk. All right. Tell me if you like this. I know people are fans of the mat. People like mats, and I don't dislike them, but sometimes on something like this, I think that would be pretty. It's just gonna, oh, thank you. Thank you, Corolla. How nice of you. You don't have to do that. Okay. But see, that's just so simple. Now, here's a question, because I pulled it out for the very purpose of, what about a little spatter? Just a little on the gold. I kind of like it. Thank you, Corolla. And thanks for all the super chats. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And I appreciate all of you. This does really bum me out. You know what? I may redo this. No, we're not redoing it. Okay, we're splattering. I actually grabbed a jar of water this time so it would have some way of knowing. There we go. Put you here. Put you here. I need something to clean this off with. We'll figure it out. I do think the mat is a good addition. You know, sometimes they are, and sometimes they really do make an improvement. Let's just get this. Is that my number 2? Where's my number? I think this will work. Okay, I need to get a cloth so that I am ready to clean what is going to be messy. And you getting out all the things. Okay. You have to shake it up because the pigment sticks on the bottom. But this is a really nice product for this very thing. Just putting on some spatters. I think when I accidentally spit on the first round of stamping, that's what made me think this would look good. Okay. Okay. All right, we're going to leave it. Now, let's just come off to the side a little so that when we start, I just want a little, not much. Just for a little shine. You're barely going to even notice it. It's just a few. Yeah, I think that's enough. Does not need to be heroic. Adds a little of that. And now, when it dries, it will have just that little bit of shine. And I kind of love that. All right, that's going there. Now, I need some foam squares. This needs to dry. So while we do that, let's take this. I mean, it's going to be fine. You know what? It's going to be fine. Going to put them on. Not going to worry about it. All right. We're coming here. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, can I tell you a little secret? Well, it's not really a secret, but I have another video that I'm working on, and it is called My Design Process. I made a card. It's not about the technical stuff. It's not about this stuff. It's just about, here's a bunch of elements, and here's how I decided to go from making something that looked just okay to something that looked better. Do you think that would be a good video for you? And the reason I ask is I think my design tips were really good. I don't know if this video is as good because the card's not the best card you've ever seen in your life, but it does kind of talk you through. Oh, Caitlin says yes. That's all that matters, Caitlin. By the way, I loved your coloring video the other day. Caitlin has a YouTube channel. You should check her out because your coloring videos, you're so good at coloring. I watched that and I found it very relaxing. just music and coloring. Anyway, I am going to share it. I just have to edit all the pieces together, but I think it's going to be great. I hope it's useful, even though it's not the prettiest card you've ever seen. Okay. I need cardstock. Okay. Now I'm going to hold tight. We're going to cut this into, all right. I'm going to do a white base because I think it needs it, and that is me. All right, let's score this. We're going to be 4 1/4 right there. And, oh, let's do one more. Like that. And fold you down. Yeah, that looks good. I'll go ahead and stamp here on the back. My little guy. It's just a little rubberstamps.com. I uploaded my logo. I learned about this from Ralph Tyndall because I love watching when he stamps his last little guy on, and I thought, it's easy, it's not messy. And the ink dries instantly. Oh, Linda, you know what? You didn't miss much. I just was yammering on. Okay, I just messed that up. Hold on. Yeah, so I've got that video coming if I just get it together, and I will get it together. There's a lot going on right now. Okay, let's take, I was going to stamp up. Well, it's fine. So I think this is dry enough, and just look at that. Isn't that pretty? It's just a little, and I love the little pinpricks all the way around. Now, what am I doing? I need some Gina K adhesive. I just bought 4 new adhesives, but I meant to get the refills, and instead I ordered the whole thing. But that's okay. They're still gonna work. I hope this isn't smudging. Nope, it's totally dry. All right, that's what I love about the Distress Spritz. It does dry pretty quickly. And wish me luck as I put this on. I actually really like this card too, Beth Stollard. Okay, I am a sit-down crafter until it comes time to do this. Head's gonna get in the way because I'm not very good at this part. But you know what? That is the perfect amount of frame. And you know what else looks so good on this? I'll zoom in here so you can see. You know how your die gives the edge that sort of like that little edge. Oh, I think that looks really good. All right, we're going like that. Now, let us get some, you know what? Let's stamp on the inside now. Just make it simple. Here's the thing though, should I do, again, so simple. Should I stamp in color on the inside, or should I stamp in black ink? Thank you, Christina. Oh my goodness, you're so kind. Color ink or black? What do we think? Oh, Maggie, thank you. You're all so kind. Thank you. Would it be good to do it in the color? Yeah, color inside. I think that will look great. So I'm going to open this. I'm just going to do it in my Big Misty because, and I will grab the stamp set again. Like, where did my stamps go? Okay, color will be. I think I'm going to stamp it in the Puffy Heart. Where did Puffy Heart go? Okay. This is the problem when you're crafting in this space. Puffy Heart? No? It's missing. Where did it go? Weird. Okay, well apparently there it is. I had this sitting on top of the Puffy Heart. Okay, so what I want to do is a good friend, a best friend, and I'm going to say, and remember that one time when wait, I've completely spaced it, but do you remember? And you just get me. I think that speaks to deep friendship. And yeah, I love that. And I'm not as worried that it's perfectly lined up and centered. I have 2 best friends. One of them lives in California and one of them lives in Washington. And the one in Washington, you know that Smith's song, Stop Me, if you've heard this one before, I'm going to tell you anyway. We invented our own nicknames in the 8th grade. And the first rule about nicknames, you cannot make up your own nicknames. And we still laugh about it today. Like sometimes the names we made up, she was going to be Mo and I was going to be Mac. And because my maiden name is MacDonald. So Mac and Mo, we had t-shirts made with the Cooper font on the back. They had a disco roller skate on the front. And so sometimes I'll just text her out of the blue and I'll say, Mo, what's going down? She's like, I don't know, Mac. So nobody else calls us that, but it is fun. And, so I haven't stamped much with the Ulta New inks, but I do think this color is beautiful and I don't want to get too aggressive here. Anyway, Mac and Mo. Okay. Am I doing a good job? It looks a little, I think I got to get it more evenly inked. Oh, I got it mushy. Oh, shoot. Well, again, handmade, not Hallmark. We're good. We're stamping it in, and I'm sure it will even out. Okay. Except that I'm a little... There we go. Remember that one time when wait, I've completely spaced it, but do you remember? You just get me. And that will dry back, and it will look really cute. Mac and cheese. No, Mac and Mo, I tell you. Those were good times. All right, let's finish this card up. And now I'll sit you there and you there, and we'll take you out. Jewels, not tools. There we go. I love it. Okay, you go up there, and I'm going to bring that back. So I kind of got it a little off in the center, but I think that's cute. I'm going to push this down like that. Now, what I will do today is once this is done, I will go have a sandwich because I get starving, and then I will have that sandwich, and I will sit there and I'll look at Frankie, and he will look at me, but he's not a food beggar. He doesn't care about that. Oh, see, and look at the nice wide margin. Come on. Yeah, baby. That makes me happy. Let me get some foam tape. It's huge. It's so huge. Okay, we're going to put it on. Linda Ball, it will be a turkey sandwich. It will be a simple turkey and Swiss because today I don't have any leftovers and I don't have time to cook. Hey, Tanya, you're just catching the tail end. But it will be a turkey sandwich and potato chips. And then I will take photographs of this card and I will post them to the community tab. By the way, this is the Thinner Loft Big Mama tape. And I love this because it gives you just a little bit of separation from the background, but not so much that when it goes into the card, it's going to be hard to, work with. All right. And now I'm gonna go like that. So yeah, it will take me a little while, but I'll get the pictures up for you. And it's fun to have nicknames. You know what I mean? Also, it looks like there's like 981 people. I've never seen that number on a Wednesday Live, so I don't know why you're watching, but thank you. I appreciate you. And because of that, I'm gonna do some confetti. I just bought that overlay. It's just so stupid, but it's so fun. Okay, let's pop this down. Let's stand up and look down. And gosh, I didn't realize this was gonna have such a good margin. And again, the reason I like those margins is it just gives a lovely frame to the design. And this is going right smack dab in the middle. That's it. Again, this was all about working with complementary colors, and this is basically red and green. And red and green can be pink and pale green. It can be magenta and electric green. Doesn't matter what shade or tint you are using. When you've got complementary colors, they just work. Also, someone, I don't know if it was Amy or Savvy, told me, you only have one pair of these. I bought another pair so that I had a pair that never got glue on them. So they don't stick because, you know, because I like to do the glue. Oh, I will do some boobs. I can't not on this one. And that's boops. Okay, so let's just place this right in the center. I'm not going to use my ruler because it's kind of hard to do when you have your little descenders kind of throwing it off. But I mean, I just want it to be in the center. Oh gosh. I know I messed up a little bit here. That looks pretty centered, right? I'm going to let go. Actually, I just lied to you. I am going to bring in my ruler because I want to make sure. Oh, it's hard to tell. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, we're getting you. Oh, liquid glue, it just slid. Let me look on the monitor. Sometimes. Yeah, okay. And that's why I do like the liquid glue, so that when I get this down, it's as straight as it's ever going to be. And now, can I show you this? Melissa, are you out there, Melissa? I don't know if you're here today, but I think maybe. Oh, Jill, I will see if Frankie's available. He might be behind me. He was sleeping this morning, and I managed to clip 6 of his nails. My daughter she doesn't like trimming his nails, and she knows when he comes to Grandma's, he's gonna get his nails cut, and I always cut them when he's sleeping, which sounds kind of cruel, but it's not. He is so out of it, and he'll like wake up and look at me like, what are you doing? But if you try to do it when he's awake, good luck. All right, I think I'm straight. Okay, let's go. I'm gonna take some little guys, and I'm gonna put you here. We're not booping yet because we're not sure what the commitment is. But I do think here would be an example of a time. No, oh wait, that's the wrong size. Let me find my mid-tone. Oh, there we go. I love this set. This is from this, wait, what was that? Oh, that's thing, Melissa. I'm going to show you what this thing is in a second. It's not, it's one of you beautiful people just made this for me. Melissa, I think it's Melissa. Is that right? And her hubby? Oh, Joy, I just meant it's cruel to do when he's sleeping because I feel like he's like, dude, I'm having the best nap ever and you're cutting my nails. Cheryl, thank you for the super chat. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. But yes, I do it when Frankie's asleep because he doesn't seem to care. Right. Amarita, it's just like when you would cut your baby's nails when they were sleeping. Oh, he's a good boy, but he might not be up here right now. I'll take a peek before I sign off. I need that middle size one. There we go. So here I'm just going to do the 5 sequins. Although, see, this is okay. You know how I like odd numbers. Sometimes I think it looks better when there's not like that. I actually think sometimes this is technically called reflected symmetry. It's when you have something on one side that you basically repeat on the other side in a similar but not perfect. It's not the exact same thing. And I actually think that looks really good. So I'm going to boop it up. All right. And let's see here. We're going to pick this up and boop, boop, and boop, boop. Get you down a little. It just frames this out. And again, we're center weighted, right? We're bringing this in together. We're not putting them out in the ether, in the hinterlands, right? We're putting them in a physical connection to the greeting. And that's where we want to be. Boop. Boop. And I don't know if I had a perfect placement here, but boop. And that is today's finished card project featuring complementary color. Complementary color. So I hope today that you will look at your colors and say, Also, if you don't have a color wheel, you can like Google color wheel printable print one out, stick it in your crafty space, just so you have something to look at and reference. I mean, I remember teaching a class years ago for big picture classes, and we just had a big printable that you printed out and cut out and had a good time with. And I'll show you, this is what this is for. So you know how the boop dish is kind of wide and it can be kind of hard to put things in? Oh, my internet stream just got lowered. That's okay. You put it in like this, and then you take your boop dish, and it just helps. She had her hubby make it for her, and he laser printed it. It's 3D laser printing. Now, I'm going to say I will take a very quick pick to see if Frankie is there. Hold on. He is not. He is not there. Okay, he's not there. So sorry, he's not there. Usually he is, but he's not there today. Anyway, I wanted to thank you for joining me today. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. And also, if you're not a subscriber to my channel, please become one today. And if you're not a newsletter subscriber, please join. You get a free printable. It's the only way that I can actually know that I don't have to depend on an algorithm to get my cards to you and your inbox. Sometimes it's kind of annoying. I send a few, but you know what? You can always unsubscribe if it's a deal breaker. So thanks so much for being here today. And oh, the poll. Did I not close it? Let's close it. Hold on. The poll says end poll. Let's look at the percentage. Oh, thank you. Oh, 60% of people do fairly well. I think most of us as card makers are drawn to color, and we do pretty well. I don't often see cards that are like, ooh, I don't know what she was thinking with those colors. You know what I mean? But it's good to see. It's good to see. I'm glad you're confident, and I love that for you and for me. I will see you back here with another card project soon. Have a great day, everyone. Bye. Thanks so much for joining me today for my live stream. If you're not a subscriber, I'd love to have you, so hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss the next time I post. Here are a few more videos you might be interested in checking out. Thanks for watching and have a great day.